Because as a photographer that has worked in the dark room, you know, all the smelly chemicals in high school that you had to go through, I understand that you will become acquainted with the end product more during the process than you will when you receive the end product. The journey of the process is what blesses your life just as much as seeing the end product and admiring it and looking at it. You see, a sculptor understands that they are going to learn more by sculpting than they are looking at a sculpture. An artisan baker understands that they are going to learn more by experimenting with the goods that they are baking through the process, the journey, than they are from just eating or admiring the beauty of the end product. We learn from the journey. Someone once said this, they said, we make our decisions, but we are also made by our decisions. We like to go with what's easy. Nehemiah said, easy for me is to stay here and serve the king and get paid and eat the king's food and do all this fun stuff that I'm doing and just have a good life and everything's cool. It's smooth. We're just chilling. It's great. While Israel, Jerusalem, was in absolute ruins and falling apart and vulnerable to attacks from their enemy because walls had fallen down. And I don't know about you, but when I look around my world and when I drive down the streets and when I see young people and have conversations with them and when I walk around this college campus like I've done many times right across the street and have conversations with young people and single moms and single dads, and I look at the faces of young people and see the concerns, what I see is not just the king's court of everything's good and man, we're just chilling and we're just having a good time, but I see faces and walls that are torn down and walls that need restoration and people that need Jesus. And my guitar teacher, he told me this. He said, you know what? I've seen people play a bad note with a bunch of conviction and man, everybody was clapping their hands. I mean, they're playing way off, but they've got the guitar face, man, and they've got all the moves like Jagger, and they are just making it happen, and everybody's looking at them like, yes. And then all the guitar players are like, no. But they have so much conviction that it just kind of overrode everything around them. And Nehemiah had so much conviction that he was willing, or he was able to get people to be willing to jump on board with him to see this thing come to pass. So Nehemiah had this humility where he said, you know what? I just want to come in kind of under the radar, and I just want to kind of do some things for God. I don't want to make a big pomp and circumstance about it. I don't want to come in with the king's band and symphony and a bunch of shouting and a bunch of all this other stuff. I just want to do something for God. God does the miraculous when we walk with humility. God does the miraculous when we are willing to be a part of something that is greater than us and not take all the credit and not say, look at me, man, it's all me. I did this. Look at this, it's me. God sees our hearts. He knows our motives. He knows our intentions.
Come and stand before